Well. We were at discount last night till 7:30, 7 o'clock, something like that. But got the wheels on here. They are slightly taller than slightly taller than the wheels that were on here. These are off a 2021 F250. I don't know what model, King Ranch or whatever, Lariat, whatever it is. I'm not familiar with all the different rims. It seems to be that there's so many different rim designs on the new F250s. But yeah, we want to look good and feel good, so we got them on there. Plus, we got 4 new tires versus 3 tires at whatever age they're at, and 1 brand new one because we had a blowout going to Texas a couple months ago. So anyway, that's how she's looking this morning. Didn't get any video last night because obviously it was late and I was tired. Had a long day at work. So, all right, there she goes. All right, we're gonna be putting the charging system on the F250 today. We need to run this 1 gauge, I believe it is. 1 gauge or 2 gauge, I'm not for sure. I don't remember. I got it off of Amazon. We're gonna be running that for the length of the truck from the battery on the passenger side on down. I wasn't too concerned about mounting it on the driver's side along with the pigtail plug-in for the lights on the trailer, because the trailer itself is going to have enough slack to come off the gooseneck and go to the right side, or either side for that matter. And then I got to come up with another long-term solution on how to split that and bring it out at the bumper from my equipment trailer. So I'm going to crawl under here and get things going and check the routing out and see what I can do. Well, it looks like the easiest path, let's see if I can show everybody, is to come down behind the firewall and possibly just run it down the outside of the frame to the back. That would be probably the easiest route. That would allow me to avoid the heat from the exhaust. But something is compelling me to run it down the inside of the frame. Maybe put something over to shield it. That way it would be protected. Problem is, again, the exhaust. But I am liking the inside of the frame rail better. So I'll figure that out and get back. Well, it's all done. I decided to run it down the outside of the frame. It made more sense because the exhaust here on the right side of the truck runs literally right down the side of the frame, as you can see. So I just secured it with these straps and some self-tapping sheet metal screws, and then ran it up against the firewall. I sheathed it up through the behind the firewall and the frame up to the back of the battery. I don't have it connected yet because I want to put some kind of fuse, a fusible link or switch or something, or maybe even put it on the solenoid so I can power it on and off from the relays inside, the switches I have inside the cab of the truck. So let's see, it runs down the outside of the frame. And don't judge me. You can see there the transition from the cab to the bed. I've got got it covered there as well. And again, down the side. Now, ultimately, I've got a couple more areas to secure, but of course, I'm out of straps. And also, I have some fender liners, so that once I put the fender liners in, you won't see the wire. But to me, the greatest concern is keeping it from getting chafed on the metal. So I'm gonna secure it at least 2 more positions there. And then I left a spool, I'm sorry, it's not spool. I left a loop back here behind the wheel. And let's see if I can get in here. I have it so I can pull it out and push it right back. And it hangs there alongside the fender well. Not touching nothing, just laying literally flat against the inside of the truck bed. So that gives me, I've got at least, I believe 2 foot or so, or 1.5 feet of a slack, but most of the slack will be on the gooseneck itself. I might even secure that down permanently. I ran it through a piece of, let's see, what was that, schedule 40, schedule 80, 1.5 PVC for electric. I don't remember which is which. Anyway, I just kind of ground the face of it flat, put a little pipe cement on there, and tighten it down from both sides. And there we go. Also cut it at an angle and beveled it on the back side so that way a wire could drop down behind it. Anyway, that's my cheap and effective way to get power to the batteries on my fifth wheel Charger. And yes, you cannot buy that hitch. That hitch is just a plate that I bought off of Amazon, and some 2-inch quarter wall square tubing I bought down the street from a metal distributor, and I fabbed that up myself. And hopefully you guys can see this. The lighting's pretty bad. But anyway, it's offset. It's about 2 inches off of center of the axle, so it's just behind the center line. So if you've got one of those hitches, suspension hitches, I can't think of the name right off the top of my head. If you've got one of those two, they actually move the center of the pin back 4 to 6 inches, I believe. But yeah, I'm only 2 inches behind the center line of the axle, so tow's just fine. I drove all the way to Texas, picked up the trailer, came back, been towing it around town here, have had no issues with it. It's just a basic fifth wheel hitch plate. Just the only difference is that rather than me having a traditional mounting, I'm using my Poolrite fifth wheel brackets to mount this gooseneck 2 5/16 ball setup I got on here. All right guys, thanks.